What's the best way to draw people in a painting or a drawing? How do you get the sizes and proportions right so that you know that when someone looks at it, that looks weird. But rather, they say, oh, that's what they're doing. We'll cover that here in just a little bit. Hi, I'm Tim Longwell with Longwell Art, where we help you regain your health and happiness through reigniting your creativity. So how do you draw a person or a representation of people in a drawing or painting so that they don't look abnormal, so they don't look too short and squatty or too tall like the thin man at the circus? Well, I'm going to show you how you do that. It's very simple. In art school, they're going to teach you that it's 6 heads high. And the problem with that is when you do 6 heads high, that's when you start getting that squatty look. So, but watch this. Anyway, you draw a head. And that one came out a little too oval, the wrong way. But there's your head. Cut it in half. Now all the body's proportions are based on heads high. The number of heads it takes to get from the head to the bottom of the feet. So you take half a head, you come down, and that's the neck. Then you'd come down further, and you'll come down a head height from the head, and you'll come to the upper chest, the center of the chest. Then you go down another one, measure your head. Now you can do this with your fingers like I'm doing. You can do it with those drawing tools I showed you, the spreaders. They make all kinds of different ones. In fact, I probably have a red one right over here. Let me check real quick and I'll show you. Probably easier to see than my fingers anyway. So you'd mark your head, half high for the neck, a full head for center chest, back. Then you come down. This would be your navel line. So you're just above the waist now, or near waist height. Then you'd come down again. This point here would be at your hip level. So you're drawing a person, this would be their hips. I can get that out there. So there's your neck, center chest. Can you read this out? There's your navel, your belly button. These are your hips. You come down another section and half a section. The knees. And then you'd come down the same distance for the bottom of the foot. Correction, that's the ankle. Half head for the neck, full head to the center chest, full head to the navel, full head to the hips, head and a half to the knees, head and a half to the ankle, and then half a head for ground level, bottom of the foot. And yeah, this is a very horrible drawing of a person right now. But so this is where, because right about in here is where you'd start noticing in their jeans or shorts or whatever, the separation of the legs. This is their kneecaps. Come down, and coming down, this would be their ankles. And this would be their feet. Bottom of the feet would be like that. And your toes would be here. And that's how to get them to the right proportion. So as you can see, it's 1.5. So the whole person is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or because remember these two, so it's almost 7.5 heads to the bottom of the feet. Anywhere in this area, you can set your feet for whatever movement you're giving them. That way, if they're running them, you've got room for the angle of the foot or whatever. The ball of the foot would go here, whereas the top of the foot would go like that, and your heel would go up here, right behind your leg. And that's how you draw people in proportion for getting them on your artwork. So it doesn't matter where you start every time, is figure out where you want the bottom of their feet. Figure out how far away they are. Remember the perspective video. And you can rewatch that right up here in this card. Determine how far away they are. I'll keep from drawing my marker here. After you figure out how far away they are, you'll know how big you need your head. And then build your head length to this model. And you'll find that they look right, whether you're standing close to your work or whether you're standing across the room. You'll know, and anyone that looks at it will know, oh, okay, that's a person doing, they're not going to be going, is that a short person or a tall person? They're just going to be saying, oh, that's a person. I mean, if it's more important in your particular artwork that you make them a little taller or a little squatter, then you can adjust this accordingly. But for the average sizing, this is what works for the way our visual brain works. So if you have any questions, be sure and drop them in the comments down below. Get enough of the right questions, or I see that I've left enough out, I'll answer as many as I can in the comments, and I'll even make you another video to try to help make it understood even easier. So if you like what you learned today, and you'd like to have more, subscribe to the channel, check the little bell notification so you know when we upload or go live. More videos and tips are over here, and you can check out our website for Create for Contentment gear or Longwell art gear. And we'll check you next time on Create for Contentment. Meantime, you be sure and have fun.